Okay, here we go. Hi. All right.
Wait, I haven't even filmed my intro yet.
Oh, you.
Sorry.
Yeah. Oh, sorry. I didn't know you weren't.
Hi guys, Monroe Steele here from Fashion Steele NYC, and welcome back to my channel and a brand new sit down video. With me I have Janae of HighLowluxxe and Karen of Karenbritchick, and we are answering some questions about the business of blogging, influencing, and YouTube. We put on our Instagrams for you all to send us questions, and so we're just gonna get into it. My part is the third part, so hopefully you've watched part 1 on Karen's channel and part 2 on Janae's channel. And do not forget to comment, thumbs up, and subscribe. So without further ado, let's just get right into the questions.
You're not trying to get your numbers up?
I'm always trying to get my numbers up.
Welcome back to our channel. No, it's welcome back to my channel.
All right, hello, welcome to video 3. We are here. We have our questions.
We're barely here. Have you ever found out about a brand offering a white influencer more money for the same job as you?
Actually, this has happened a few times. Once when a brand accidentally sent me someone else's contract. That's happened.
That has
a brand has sent me someone else's contract who was actually doing the same thing, and when I saw how much they were paying this person, I felt the way.
How much more was it?
Yes.
Thousands of dollars more. And they asked me to do more stuff. Let me tell you, this is why it's good to have some allies in the industry that you can ask, because I mean, you just would never know. This happened another time as well, where I was doing a project. I can't say too much because you'll just figure it out.
Yeah.
But I ended up asking the other person that was doing this, like, what deliverables did they want her to do, because they were asking me for so much. I think they wanted me to do like 20 something odd posts, which would include photos and videos and reels and Instagram posts, and it was just a lot of work for nothing essentially. And when she told me what they were paying her, and they didn't even want they didn't want to pay me at all. And so I just told them that I wasn't gonna do it. But here's the thing, they already started promoting me. So there was like, hey, unless you're gonna pay me, then I'm like not gonna be a part of this. And so they ended up paying me. But it was a kick in the teeth, really. And I feel like, wasn't there some place on Instagram like last year where they were going through the discrepancies? It was an page. It was an Instagram account.
Yes, it was last year.
How much people were making.
Yes.
I don't know.
Influencer
pay gap. Influencer pay gap. Okay.
Ooh, the light though.
The light is, wow. Look at that light.
Thumbnail. Oh, we need a thumbnail.
Oh, this is a thumbnail.
My ponytails.
We don't even need a picture. That's the thumbnail, period.
Yeah.
Next question, how do you ask a sponsor or a brand for more money when your subscribers have increased? I feel like it's fine to ask a brand for more money when you have an increase in following. I usually increase my rates for everything every kind of like 5,000 subscribers or 5,000 followers, because that's like a big chunk of people that will make a difference in who's interacting with and seeing your posts.
And that would just be a natural part of the negotiations anyway. Even if you worked with the brand before, they come back, here's the new rate. And it's good to know your stuff, right? Because even when you're negotiating initially, you should have a reason why your rate is your rate and be able to explain that. So same thing if you have an increase. People do that to me all the time. Oh, we worked with Janae last year and it was only blah, blah, blah. And here's why it's not.
Hello, I have 100,000 more followers now.
The rate has changed.
Yesterday's rate is not today's rate.
Also, on the back of that, if you get a company that wants to do like long term, like say they want to work with you for the whole year or for 6 months, right? You have to project your average growth rate and bake that into the cost, because a brand will prefer to lock you in at a lower rate. Say you're at 10,000 in January, right, followers. They want to lock you in that rate, and they've got you for a gig for 6 months, and say it's paying you $60,000. I'm just throwing out a number. And then you realize that when you divide it, that's like, oh, so they're paying me based on if I had 10,000 followers only from now until say August. And really by August, you now have 40,000 followers or whatever.
What if something you just blew up?
But that brand has locked you in at that $10,000 rate. So you have to sort of think about that and consider that for long-term gigs to factor in. If you grow steadily, bake that into the cost up front and argue that. Tell them that as well, that this is your growth rate.
You don't got a question? Where your phone at?
Oh, me! Oh, sorry. All right, so we got a question here from Love Basso, and their question is, after how much time of creating content before you started to make an income? So there isn't necessarily a fixed time frame where you go from making free content to making paid. It really depends on different things. Yes, follower count comes into it, definitely, but other things do. For example, the quality of your content, also how you are producing your content. Maybe you're coming at it at a different angle, which also is the same with quality of your content. For me personally, I would say that in under a year, I think I was offered something. I was approached to do a campaign. I won't say who it was, but it was a national campaign, and I could not believe my eyes that they wanted me to do it. It was for influencers. I was one of them. And it was going to be appearing in newsletters or magazines that was going to be in a certain department store across the country. It was like a big deal. And I was very green behind the ears, wet behind the ears. I didn't know anything about what to charge. In fact, they said to me, Karen, we will pay you with $1,500 worth of clothing. At that time, I thought, oh my God, I just won the fucking lottery. So when you hear that for the first time,
they knew what they was doing.
But they knew what they was doing, and I said yes, and I just ran into the job because I just thought it was such a great thing to do. Looking back now, hindsight, obviously, I realized that you're taken advantage of because you didn't pay the photographer who was there shooting us in clothing. Wow. You didn't pay that studio that was hired for a week in clothing. You didn't pay the director, the crew, the makeup artist, the hairdresser. They weren't all paid in clothing, but I was. Last time I checked, you can't pay the mortgage with clothing. I don't think a bank takes that at the moment. I lived and I learned, and we all do along the way. When I got laid off from my job, I would say about a year later, I can honestly say that I was making enough to cover the bills.
You can start making money.
You can start making money
at any time frame you're in with influencing. You can be doing it for a week, and if your content is amazing and you're all of a sudden blowing up on TikTok, you can start charging all the time. You can start charging immediately
all the time,
or it's slow and steady. Like me, I've been doing this for it was slow and steady for me. Honestly, I feel like I didn't really even blow up like that until 2020, and I've been doing this for 10 years.
Like I honestly started in the prime time. I started when Instagram was blowing up. I quit my job after 2 years. I've been doing this is my 3rd year. I got my first thing after a whole year. My first.
If your content is good and you have 10,000 followers, 5,000 followers, there will be someone who will reach out to 100%. You probably get emails, but just be very critical of the emails you get or people who approach you. Make sure you're Googling those businesses, because a lot of times people try and really take advantage of smaller influencers, betting that you don't know any better.
And you sort of feel intimidated by them because they're like some big national, even sometimes international company, and they come to you, and then you think, oh my God, so-and-so, they even know I exist. They've seen my page. Oh my God. And they're saying, oh, we'll pay you $500 for an Instagram post or whatever it is. And knowing full well there should be another zero at the end of that. They're betting that you won't dare ask them. It's that David Goliath thing. You wouldn't think, and you don't want to lose them. You think, oh my God, I don't want to scare them away.
Know about exclusivity, know about usage rights, know about
also everything. Think about the longevity. This it's the first thing, but it won't be the last thing. That helped me grow a lot because I was very particular. Like on YouTube, I didn't even monetize my channel for a long time because I was like, I don't even want people to be turned off by seeing an ad. I just want them to get the content and enjoy it and want to stick around. I don't want any sponsorships. And then when things started to come, it still was like, it's not worth me irritating a viewer that I want to subscribe with this company that I don't absolutely love, or I wouldn't want to work with forever. Like, be strategic, because in my mind I'm thinking, in 5 years when this is my job, am I going to be proud that I work with this brand?
And y'all know people love bringing up some receipts, and once they hit the internet, it's there forever.
Precisely.
What is one piece Karen or Monroe inspired you to buy or try? So I have one for both. For Monroe, she was the first person I think I saw with the Loewe Obi belt.
Me too, because we all now have the belt.
Yes. And then as soon as I got it, I bought another color. And I was like, how did I live without it? I love this thing. And then for Karen, it is like dad blazers, exactly what she's wearing, but specifically thrifting them. I didn't really thrift before I started watching her channel. I watched her long before I met her, and she would always wear blazers. And I was like, let me take my down the street to the thrift store and see what I can find. And I was so proud of myself. I was in the men's section and I was just finding all kind of shit. I bought suits and blazers. And it was great that whole summer. That's all I wore.
So cool.
They were so cheap.
Well, for me, there's so many. The one that I can think of is the Loewe sunglasses. I saw Janae with them. And then I feel like I saw Pockets and Bows with them too. And then I was like, I need these sunglasses. Like, I hunted those things down and they were sold out. And Karen inspired me to be a blogger. So I owe my I owe my entire career to Karen.
Why you gonna cry?
In 2010, Karen was in AM New York, which is a free newspaper here
still have it
in New York City, and there was a front page picture, and I was like, who is this girl? She is not fly. And I read the article, and it was something about like bloggers, and I was like, what is a blogger? I had no idea. I was working my first PT job. I read that article. I was like, oh my God, a blog. You can have a website and you can show your fashion. And for me, I love fashion and I've always loved to write, but I didn't know that there was a space where you could do both. And when I saw that, I went home. I remember I had that paper. I went home. I said, I'm about to start a blog. I'm gonna be like Karen. And I went to your blog. She's the first blogger that I read her blog, and I was like, yo, she's fly. Like, really, I would say the first year of me blogging, it was a lot of just like imitating you. And then that's how I kind of like found my own style. Yeah. But like Karen was thrifting, I was like, I'm thrifting too. Like, it's working for Karen. It's gonna work for me. I only got $20 in my pocket. If you scroll back on my blog, the first post is still there. It says, I'm blogging. Hi guys. There was no picture, nothing. I didn't have a camera.
Just words.
Just words. Karen is the OG, okay?
Oh
she is the original influencer.
That's so cool. Okay,
and even on YouTube. I watched you on YouTube for a long time.
In terms of me, like what I was influenced by them, it would be Monroe. It was definitely the Loewe belt. You got it first, and then I got it, and I was like, yeah, it was like a string effect.
It's like I get it now.
We had to.
It's okay to get the same things, by the way. Like, people feel like we're gonna be like jealous of you. Or why did you
buy
the same
thing? Style things so differently. That's the best part about it.
Exactly.
We want you to buy it.
And for Janae, there is something that she does have, and I don't have it, but every time she wears it, and it's gonna come out. It's gonna come out this year. It's not cold enough yet. That's giving you a clue already. That bloody Balenciaga, freaking Balenciaga coat. That hourglass coat is everything.
That's my best life purchase.
That is absolutely
your best life purchase.
Absolutely. It's gorgeous. That's a Hall of Fame, top of the line, pyramids right up there at the top. That is such a gorgeous coat. And it's so unique. The quality, you can see the quality of it. You can actually see it through. I don't know how to touch it. I can see it through the screen. It translates how gorgeous it is. It's a stunning coat. I love it. Found it at an outlet.
It was the only one.
And it was the only one and it fit.
It was meant for you.
It was meant to be. God, you had
to. I went all the way to Paris to find that coat.
You had to do
You deserve that coat.
Thank you for taking me to Paris.
Thank you for taking me to Paris. Anytime. 3 more questions we are answering.
Yes.
Essentially, the question was, what are the parameters that like we've set for ourselves of what we write about, what we show, what we talk about on our social media platforms? And I think that's a great question. And I think that's something, if you're planning on getting into this, that you should think about early on. For me, I don't really show my relationships. I also have purposely chosen not to show my family either. I'm a little sensitive when it comes to like my family and my significant other, and I don't think I could really handle it if they started getting backlash. It would upset me so much that I would stop actually filming or just filming them, because it would upset me that it's upsetting them, and I wouldn't want to put that on anyone who didn't actually sign up for this. Yeah. So when it comes to like YouTube and videos, that's just something I choose not to show. That could change in the future, but for now I don't foresee it changing. As far as writing on my blog, everything is fair game. Ex-boyfriends, I've written about dating, I've written about the relationship with me and my mom. Things like that I will write about, but I don't physically show them in any content. And that's just a personal choice for me. If someone says something, I'll find you. I'll find you and I'll ruin your life.
Same but not. I don't share really anyone as far as like on YouTube. This is something I'm still like learning and navigating through, but I just do what feels comfortable. As soon as something is commented that makes me uncomfortable, that's when I scale it back. I honestly have pretty thick skin when it comes to me, and again, that has been over time and learning. So that I can kind of show me doing anything. I don't really mind too much. If you call me ugly or fat or you hate my outfit, I'm like, okay, that's fine. That's weird, but fine. People have made comments about Josh, and now I'm ready to fight. I'm hiding. Like, I don't want to. Literally, I'm filming.
I'm hot and flustered.
So that's when I like reel it in. So I barely show him on anything. I only show him when it would be weird for me not to, right? So when we're in Vegas, he's next to me at every moment of the day. It would be hard to vlog and him not be in it. Yeah. But besides that, we're never gonna be like sitting down doing a couples Q&A. We're never gonna be
a couples
doing anything.
Channel.
Yeah, definitely not. Family, really not at all. Because again, if you say something about my mama, then people are cruel. No Josh for you. Just me.
No soup for you.
Same thing in terms of I don't show like my family, like, you know, I don't show that. And the only person you'll see really is Michael. He literally chose to be in it himself.
My question is, what do you like least about being an influencer? And a lot of people will probably assume like the negativity, trolls and all that, but that's actually not it. What I like the least is the fact that this profession doesn't really get what it deserves. This is a valid career field, and I feel like it deters a lot of people because of the negativity that it gets. That it's just making people buy stuff, or it's just not hard, real work, or real job,
or photos,
or it's fluff, or it's just like you're not smart if you do it, or all these things.
Influences in the wild.
Every
kind of like taking the piss out of you. Like
every woman I know has all come from different backgrounds. They're extremely intelligent. Like we specifically thrive at this because of our backgrounds.
You have to live your own life, because if not, you're living the life of others.
Right.
We're still sort of making this up as we're going along, because there is no blueprint for this job.
My least favorite part is the trolls and the hate. I can't stand it. I wish it would go away.
It is awful.
I just want people to just relax. I'm not here to harm you. I'm not here to hurt you. I'm just doing something that I really like to do.
And people hate to see it.
If you don't like it, you don't have to leave your negativity here. I mean, you can just talk to a friend about it, perhaps.
Or their
I don't get it so much anymore, but it can be a lot, and I believe it's really why a lot of specifically Black women don't stay on YouTube very long, because
sometimes it's not worth your mental health.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You have to have a really good support system and other people you can talk to, because I almost quit YouTube. I definitely almost quit. I talked to Kelly. It's me, Kelly B. I called her and I said, how do you deal with this? How do you deal with all the negativity? How? Can you teach me how you do it? Because every other comment, you're ugly, your teeth are ugly, the way you speak is disgusting, your hair is dirty, your floor is dirty, why are you here? Why are you watching?
Yeah.
Yes!
Because people cannot fathom that you are showing up as you and you're okay. People comment on things that I've never had a problem with. I've never had a problem with. And they'll be like, how do you do it? Like, when are you gonna get this fixed? And I'm like, I didn't think that was a problem, actually.
You really can't win, and it doesn't really matter. Even if it's not physical appearance, they'll be talking about the way you've progressed on your channel. I say the word progressed, but they'll say, oh, you've changed. Oh, you're not the same. Oh, you're starting to wear this. You're doing that. Oh, you weren't doing that. Oh, I preferred the Karen that was doing this more. So they want to keep you
struggling.
They prefer to keep you the way they found you. Everybody grows, and you're watching a real person. You're not watching a brand that stays static. Even brands don't stay static.
They don't.
You're watching a person, a real life person, just as you are, growing and changing and evolving. Their tastes are changing. The things that they like are changing. The things that they don't like are changing. And so you're seeing that in front of your eyes, and that's life, literally. If that's something that you don't like, then you know what's going to follow, which is you can just not watch. Last question is from Faye Delante, and it says, do you find it hard to put your work down, like to just put it down? As in, because it's your love and passion. So how do you find it hard to, like, I guess, switch off? Yes.
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 All right, that's the end. Bye! Yes, it is very difficult because, again, it stems back to the very beginning of this. It's what I love to do, and so it's very difficult to sort of stop. And where work is blurs into the recreation side. So you find yourself scrolling on social media, and it's not necessarily, now it's not work. It's like, Karen, no, you don't need to look at that for a research. You're just looking because you just feel like looking and you're bored. You know, so it's very easy, and it's hard to put the work down because when you're working freelance, you're working 24/7. You never truly switch off ever. The flip side of that is I don't have that dreaded Sunday night feeling, so that I don't have that feeling, oh God, I've got to go to work on Monday. But the week and the weekend is one day.
But it's also like you don't need the break of a weekend.
Exactly.
That's what I had to wrap my head around, because I was so in that corporate mentality of like, oh, it's Saturday, I shouldn't have to do anything. It's like, well, no, sometimes I do, but it's also like I can also take a nap on a Tuesday afternoon at my leisure.
Correct.
And that's just the balance. That's
exactly. I think also me being able to try and get help and to employ other people, that helps me to find and carve out time for myself.
I would say the first 2 years, I was just going. That can cause burnout. And so I started to take days off. My days off now are usually Mondays and Tuesdays, but it's hard to turn off. You get emails anytime at 10 p.m.
Literally.
If you're working with someone in Europe, I get emails as early as 6 a.m. Any kind of freelance work, you have to really be diligent and forcing yourself and taking that time for yourself for self-care and for rest. But overall, this is a wonderful career and I love it.
Yes, same thing here. And I hope this helped you.
We hope you love these videos.
Yes,
please
all 3 of them.
Give your girl a thumbs up. Not me Xing y'all out. Subscribe.
we stand.
And click the notification bell so that you never miss
another
video. Thank you guys so much for watching, and we will see you all in the next one.
Take care. Bye.
Bye.